No, the Arcturians actually are neutral towards humanity. They don't get involved. They're not fighters. They're not warriors. They think the best of us and want the best for us, but they're not going to get involved. They'll help us whenever they can to develop, but they're not going to get involved. I'm digressing here for a minute. Let me continue. The deal is that, because this man was talking about the order, or what's the relationship of all these alien beings. And as I said before, we have these reptilians who are warriors, and it wouldn't take them no time at all to come here and conquer us, nor would it take the Greys long to conquer us if they just came right out with their ships and did it. But the Andromedians, the people from the Andromeda galaxy, are watching over it. They are more powerful than anyone else in the universe, and they will protect us and all of the universe from people, from other beings exploiting us. The only reason the Greys have the control that they have with us now is because of the agreement that our stupid government officials made with the Greys, and it's respected by other races. Anyone else? Did I answer your question, sir?
Well, sort of, to follow on, how does this tie with angelic hierarchy? Is angelic hierarchy?
Yes, sir.
So how does it tie in with aliens?
Well, the term angelic refers to beings that have never been human. They are so highly evolved, they've never had to be de-evolved into living on our planet. Because once you live, there's a lot of bad people here and a lot of bad experiences. But when you're an angel, you don't have to experience all those things, or they haven't had to experience all the misery we've experienced as human beings. But in my opinion, the most highly evolved beings are the Andromedans. All right, next question.
How much time elapsed between Kennedy writing that UFO memo of his speech and his assassination?
The index cards that I spoke of were in Governor Connolly's pocket at the time of the assassination. They became blood-soaked as a result of the wounded. Yeah, he was wounded as well. So what happened was that the governor, and when he regained consciousness, told one of his aides to put those cards into a safe deposit box and not reveal those cards or their content to anyone until his death. When he died, the aide made them available to Professor Murray. Anyone else? Yes, sir.
Which alien group was involved in human genetic engineering that's reflected in the Old Testament, as well as the other question is, I've heard, I don't know, but that this man or entity came down that later became, his name was Jesus, and raised Christ and became Christ in order to show man their potential. And is there any connection with that story and Pleiadians or other aliens coming down, incarnating for that purpose? 2 questions.
Boy, you're picking on me, aren't you? The deal is we all have to think about where we go when we're dead. Where do we? I'm not one to believe that we just cease to exist. The truth is that we do continue to exist and reincarnate and come back here many times. But there are others who don't come back to humanity. They are able to come and reincarnate in other planets, other systems, if they've evolved enough to be able to to do that. And I'm not saying that Jesus came from another planet or whatever. He was just obviously highly evolved, and he came here to help us, to help humanity. Anyone else?
Genetics.
Oh, the genetics. Ah, phew. You hate me, don't you? All right. The deal is that the Pleiadians have had a lot to do with our development. Obviously, we look the way we do because of the breeding that has happened based upon others that look like us. They've helped us evolve from the ape to look like them. And the Pleiadians look very much like us. They just have a wider color content to their skin from their higher evolution. But the Pleiadians are one of them. I don't know all of them, but
one group that
yes.
been involved.
Recently, I've heard on the Art Bell show someone say that there's like a committee of worlds that
Collective,
yeah, a collective work on how they're going to evolve us. I don't know about that, but I don't doubt it one bit. Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever heard of the connection between Kennedy and wanting to remove power from the Federal Reserve? That little, he was going to do that, and that's why he was off.
Were you aware that he actually forced the Federal Reserve or the Treasury Department to print money against the Federal Reserve? Oh, I mean, do you think he ticked somebody off? Oh, I mean, to tell you, they were a bit upset at him, not to mention many other things, but it's my contention that the real reason he was assassinated, among others, was the fact that he was going to let the world know about the aliens. And that was against the agreement that we had with the Greys. Anyone else? Yes, sir. You're picking on me too tonight. Jeez.
Possibility that the story in Genesis with Grandma Eve and the serpent was really a reptilian.
You know, the one thing that turned me against the Bible is because I didn't believe the story of a talking serpent. I mean, what? And now I come to find out that there are winged serpents that are the leader elite of the reptilian species. And I'm saying, yeah, I don't doubt one bit that these beings from the Draco system had an effect on. You see, the deal is that the Pleiadians had helped us to evolve, but at one point we were not really conscious beings having our own unique consciousness. We were just slave laborers, as you might say, for their minds. But the thing is that when the serpent offered consciousness to us, humans, all of a sudden, the Pleiadians, who did not believe in slavery, they could not control conscious human beings, had to turn us away. They couldn't help us at that time. That is to say, they couldn't take care of us and treat us as slaves anymore, because that's against their rules. So that's the story of turning us out. Did you have a question?
Yeah, well, just an observation. I was interested in, last week, I think you were here, that it was about asking questions and so on, and there's hardly a day that goes by that I don't say, who are those guys and why are they doing that? And in other words, why are these people trying to oppress us? Just leave me alone. I don't need you. I don't need your interference and so on. And I thought that you addressed that very well in that Draco part. I mean, it makes a nice picture, at least in my mind.
I'm glad. Anyone else? Okay, let's take it. Oh no, not again.